5 weeks come and gone, and we're off in week 6 on EA Sports. Here's a return from the 7. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Hurts now from the gun. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. At the helm, one of your fellow Washington quarterback alums, Brock, already a starter in his first season.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. 1 pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They put a receiver in motion here left. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. They are throwing it again. That pass is complete to McBride. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Throwing it again here. He's on the move. Now here he goes. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. They're throwing it. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or two and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
On second down, here's Barkley. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. From his own end zone on 3rd and long, Andrews with the catch. And he's brought down up at the 6-yard line. The Eagles are in punt formation. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. Taken from the 49. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Cardinals will have themselves a short field to begin the drive. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Eagles loading up the secondary. Dime look coming, 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Cardinals out for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got Andrews. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Has him on the quick hitter. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Here's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Back to throw, Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cardinals' 21-yard line.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They go to Barkley again. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
Hurts looking to throw. Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Bails out. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. We've got a timeout as they rush out to treat an injured player, and no, this is not what anyone wanted to see. Jalen Hurts, the one injured on that play. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. First throw for the backup now. He's got it.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Up and good from Joseph. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Has this at the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. They've got 1st down from the 31. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun here. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And 4th and 4 coming up. On now comes their punter. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. That's taken at the 15. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. On 1st down, Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
From the 32. Goddard makes the catch. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Hits his running back. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Hurts throwing again. Gets this one to Andrews. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. Has a man. It's Brown. And he gets forward for 3 yards as we've reached our 2-minute warning. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Caught near the pylon. And he pushes all the way to the goal line, but gonna be out at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Barkley will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. They're going to try to run it in. Barkley goes up and over for the touchdown. The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Return starts at the 9. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Sidney Brown in on that stop. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Dropping back to throw. too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. The Eagles returning their offense and this running back to the field. And this close to their end zone, they have got to be careful, but still enough time that they could mount something of a drive here before the half. First down, a run with Barkley. And they had that one contained right at the line. Dadrian Taylor-Demerson getting there for the tackle.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Connecting on the slant. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. We're at halftime here in Philadelphia, and the Eagles have soared to a lead at the break. Now down the coast we go to. Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the third quarter. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals and Jonathan Brooks ready to begin another drive. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. Escapes out to the left. He's keeping it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Motioning the tight end now. From the 36. McBride hauls it in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Brooks on the give, headed right. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They go play action here. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it deep downfield. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Brooks goes up and over for the touchdown. The Cardinals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The home team send this running back headed back out for a new series. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First down throwing for Hurts. Working the sideline. That's Goddard. And he goes down a little short of the 40.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. This one finds Goddard. And he's taken down at the 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. First and 10. Here's Hurts. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again following the sack. Taken in by Smith. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
It's now 3rd and 7.
Here's Hurts. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Up and good from Joseph. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. On first down, here comes Brooks. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Zach Bond with the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. The play fake, he'll throw. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a gain of 4. And that's a Cardinals first down. Man in motion here. They'll throw on first. Gets this one to Harrison. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Cooper to Jean with the stop. Second down now, 7 to go. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He's got Harrison. Don't think he's going to get much, if any, as he heads out of bounds right near the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
3rd
He's dropping back to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Cardinals first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They go play action on first. Connects on the crosser. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. Taken in by Harrison. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Cardinals.
That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the fourth trailing. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Throwing it again here. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals come through to tie it in the fourth. Trey McBride, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. From the pistol, Hurts. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Their punter making his way out now. And they could really use a good one here. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Starts his return from the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Cardinals ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Harrison secures this left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing off the play fake here. This one finds Osborne. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He'll throw it. Getting out to his left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Got all of it, and this is good. And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
After I'd imagine dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Here's a return from the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. It is Cup, left side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield. Receiver in motion, going left. On 1st down, Hurts. Fits it through the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Return coming from the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. McBride hauls it in. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 2nd and 3 now. From the 38. And that pass complete to Osborne. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. From midfield now. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. This is Brooks heading left. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down. Looking to throw. A Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. He'll look to throw it. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for the back that time. And now they face second down. Here he is to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Third and just 2 to go. Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion right. Back to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Trying to push it deep down. He's got it. Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
That's complete. Here's Brown. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Setting up to pass. This one finds Goddard. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Second and 3. And that one's going to hit the turf. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Now to throw. Gets this one to Andrews. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A timeout now as medical staff runs out to deal with an injured player, and that's A.J. Brown, the man in question. Hurts throwing again. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he officially gets them into the red zone before going out at the 20. First down throwing for Hurts. This throw is caught. And he's all the way to the 5 before going out of bounds. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Cardinals are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Harrison's got it on the sideline. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Cardinals first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He'll get this one to Brooks. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. 2nd and 13. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Throwing now. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know you've got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
That pass is complete to McBride. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.